In this Thrive in 5, we help you answer the question, is it time to consider senior living? In retirement, older adults and their loved ones have a lot of decisions to make. One of the most important is whether or not to even consider senior living. However, when to actually know it's time to start even considering senior living is one that has many facets and involves many different considerations. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is a decision that can be grueling on you, your loved ones, and by no means is any easy decision to make for you or your loved one. We hope by sharing these 5 reasons why people choose senior living will help you along your senior living journey. 1. Chronic health problems. Because of modern medicine, we humans are living a lot longer than we used to. And that is a good thing. We have the opportunity to watch our families, friends, and communities grow in a way past generations didn't get to enjoy. But one thing that comes with the territory is that many older adults are living with ongoing health issues. These chronic health conditions, as we call them, cause a litany of challenges as we age. Many of these conditions can cause major challenges at home, yet can be managed exceptionally well with a trained team offering support when and where you need it. If you have an early diagnosis, many people realize senior living might be inevitable, but want to delay the move. Conditions like arthritis, neuropathy, macular degeneration, congestive heart failure, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's will continue to progress over time. And the decision to move to senior living could help make the most out of your time and energy in the early stages, so you can focus on family, friends, and other things that interest you and your loved ones, rather than spending your previous time and energy managing your health. Additionally, medication is a major part of aging for most people. Medication can greatly improve quality of life and health, but come with very technical challenges in maintaining prescriptions and administering them properly on various schedules. Senior living communities provide trained experts and have cutting-edge technology to manage medications. In fact, it's a key service these communities provide. If your loved one has chronic health conditions or is managing medication for themselves, a conversation about the benefits and services of a senior living community could be a smart next step. Recent falls. Another sign that senior living is needed is the frequent occurrence of falls. Did you know that 1 in 3 Americans 65 and older fall each year? One of the most difficult aspects of living in the family home is that with age, mobility often decreases and getting around safely becomes more and more difficult. Stairs are harder to climb and can be a fall risk. Furniture and rugs can impede mobility, and just taking a shower can become an ordeal. Sometimes these changes or underlying conditions can increase the likelihood of falls. Common medical fall risks include medication side effects, blood pressure changes, vision and hearing loss, vitamin D deficiency, and underlying medical conditions. If your loved one has fallen recently and there is maybe a concern they may be unable to get up or call for help, then it may be time to look into the benefits of senior living. Now, moving your loved one into a community doesn't mean they will never fall again. However, many senior living communities incorporate safety features like non-skid bathtub surfaces, built-in grab bars by the shower, and storage placed at mid-level. And while many senior living communities offer residents with kitchens designed with them in mind, they also have communal dining venues. If there are concerns about using a stove or bending over to wash dishes, you can leave the cooking and cleaning to the team members. But one of the biggest safety features in a senior living community is the community itself. It's about being in a congregate setting, around people who know you and will recognize if you're not around. Is living alone at home safe? Feeling safe at home is more than just having good locks on the doors. For example, do you feel confident that you can get out of the home quickly in case of a fire? Can you still safely manage basic home maintenance? Do you feel safe when bathing? There are many home hazards that can become real dangers as we age. Each should be considered when making a senior living decision. For instance, is help needed often or daily? When daily life requires assistance of a family member or a friend, it's a fairly good indicator that it's time to make the senior living decision. If cooking is no longer safe, or an older adult needs help with dressing, bathing, or other personal hygiene tasks, the amount of help needed can quickly go from a little to a lot. When this happens, families can become overwhelmed and outside help may be required. According to the agingcare.com blog, The average national cost of care is $4,000 per month, on top of all the other home maintenance and living costs. When making a senior living decision, be sure to add up those other costs when comparing staying at home versus moving to senior living. Isolation and sadness. Hey, we are social creatures, made to live in community. This is true of even the more solitary or introverted among us. Older adults who live alone at home can quickly find themselves isolated for a variety of reasons. The effect becomes more significant when they have health concerns that slow them down and/or they can no longer drive. When our ability to get out and about decreases, and family and friends are not nearby to visit or don't have time, an older adult can experience real depression and isolation, oftentimes without even knowing it. Unfortunately, this can lead to more mental or physical health problems. The more isolated we feel, the less likely we are to make efforts to engage with others. If your loved one is displaying symptoms of depression and feeling alone, it may be time to start the talk of, is it time for independent or assisted living? Independent and assisted living communities offer community, friendship, and engagement everywhere you turn. A typical community calendar offers everything from bunco and bingo to exercise, art classes, gardening, and reading clubs. Additionally, being around other people like yourself with similar backgrounds and common interests makes the likelihood of building meaningful connections much, much higher. In a senior living community, there's always a friend and a helping hand close by. It could be just what you or your loved one needs. Be vigilant and be honest. If you see signs of loneliness, isolation, or depression, it's likely time to start the conversation about senior living. Lack of quality nutrition. Nutrition is one of the most foundational elements of our health. It affects everything from sleep quality to bone density, vision, and balance. If someone is unable to cook or no longer wants to cook, the quality of their nutritional intake will rapidly decline. So, how does this affect older adults? In a recent study, older adults confided that when they're alone or have lost a spouse, they feel there is no real incentive to cook more elaborate, nutritionally rich meals. The same study says the solution is to get older adults out of the house and into communities where they can get at least one nutritious meal a day. Moving into a senior living community will provide them with regular, healthy, and delicious meals prepared with their specific needs in mind. Senior living communities offer a variety of meal options daily that can be either delivered to your apartment or enjoyed in a dining room with restaurant quality service and fellowship around the table with friends and visitors. Combined, these things greatly increase the odds of older adults taking time to enjoy eating and making better decisions involving nutrition. So, what is there to gain from a senior living community? The senior living decision cannot be made without knowing what senior living communities offer. The truth is they offer so much, from private, accessible housing to helping maintain your independence to 24/7 care, to chef-prepared meals, and a range of other amenities. Many older adults wonder why they didn't make the senior living decision sooner. And Senior Living at Thrive offers all this and more. At Thrive Senior Living and across the country, you will find teams of people building community and enriching lives. We encourage you to set aside preconceived notions about senior living, reach out, come visit, and come find out what these amazing independent, assisted living, and memory care communities offer to help older adults and their families make the right senior living decision. To find a community that's right for you, visit thrivesl.com. If our local teams can't help you or your loved one, we will help you find a community that can. Those were the top 5 things to consider when starting to think about if senior living is the right choice for you and your family. Thrive offers independent living, assisted living, and memory care. To find out more, visit www.thrivesl.com.